Good morning, everybody. It's Marty, the JavaScript party. I didn't bring Red in this morning, mostly because I only have like a couple minutes again. Yeah, it is the holidays, and I guess my level of intensity has dropped dramatically. So let's go to okay, so the name of this is reference to this um, branch is remove reference to the material and ST materials object. So that makes me think of a couple things. First, so let's go to our repos and space and time. And we'll go to our issues. I try to remember to always sort this immediately. It's weird. Maybe it's because it's smaller. It's not showing me as many options. But let's get going here because we don't have a lot of time. Newest. I want to see oldest. All right, so that's this reference. Okay, so there's two things that I want to kind of think about ahead of time. One is that, hey, we're going to be able to update we strongly type this for this very purpose. Makes refactoring a lot easier. I think that was one of the main goals when they created TypeScript, was a way to make refactoring easier. So when we change it in the material, second is our general architecture. So basically, right now, I think I've got it probably set up that in the service, and there's a ThreeJS service that deals with ThreeJS, that it does have a dictionary in there, and that dictionary does have um, the ThreeJS reference, material reference, and that material and that there's probably a function that's available that will return that material. Uh, so that everywhere where I'm referring it straight from the object, I can just get it from the service. So let's just double check that. So we are talking material. So yeah, last time I was working mesh, so the mesh is open. Material service. Yep. So we do have our dictionary. It is not strongly typed, but we did create a issue in the future to do this, and we have a create material that returns the ID, and it accepts an STID and creates it, and that is an STID. So I'm going to fix that right now. I think that this is extremely confusing right now because 3GS also has IDs, and who's to tell whether it's returning a 3GS ID or the material ID? So then I'm saying, hey, get material by ID. So I'm just going to make that STID. And it wouldn't surprise me in the future if I do end up with a material by and you know holding a reference to the 3JS ID and wanting that to get returned, and this would be where it would happen. So at that point, I probably would need to refactor this to be STID. All right, so we have validated that. So I think the next thing to do is I'm going to close everything else but this one. And then I'm going to go into my interfaces, not indexes. And I'm going to go to my material. And I have ST material, and I'm basically just going to remove this. And I'm going to close that, and I'm just going to wait for the transcriptor, whatever that does this to tell me. And it's saying that, hey, over here in this ST material service, we actually get a reference to that material. So instead of doing that, we'll just comment this out. ST material. It's kind of weird. So ST material. Oh wait, that's our ST material ID. Okay, so this is the whole material object. So that's good. And see, that was so much easier because I called it ST. So the ST is really making a difference for me, and then I return the ST material ID. Okay, is anything else broken? Doesn't not look like it. So I think the next thing to do, I don't know. I think that's it. I think the coding is done. Let's just make sure that everything is working. Add viz. Yeah, it looks like everything works. Change, update. So everything seems to be working. We definitely need to run the unit tests and um, the end-to-end tests before we do this. But I don't think there'll be any issues with that because we did not add any new things. We did it. Yeah, there's no reason why any end unit tests. I don't believe any unit tests or Cypress tests. So that was super simple. That's done. Let's see. Git commit and dash m, and I did not stage anything. So let's go ahead and do this. I think there might actually be a comment we want to get rid of. Okay, so all we did was delete that. Makes sense. What we did was delete that whole line. That makes sense. And all we did was refactor a little bit with IDs and stuff, which should have no issues outside of this. So let's go ahead and stage that. Stage all. So we could say git at dot, and that would have done the same thing. But and then let me figure out what this video number is. Space and time. And this is going to be video 343. So I don't actually, I guess what I need to do is go find another commit. I think that's what I usually do. 343. Okay, so this was issue 002, and it removes the material reference. And that was super simple. Um, and it was only super simple because of preparation. We spent a lot of time on interfaces. We spent a lot of time on, oh, I don't want to push that till after I've checked the unit tests and all that. Spent a lot of time on interfaces. We spent some good bit of time actually writing the issue down and doing the analysis, and then spent a good bit of time doing some time doing the architectural analysis of thinking ahead of time. Okay, what's going to change, and then validating that that is in fact what changed, and that is the dream right there. We just live the dream. The dream is that something be easy to maintain and easy to understand what's happening. And I think that met both of those things. And that is highly unusual. So yeah, so tomorrow is Christmas Eve, and I will be basically running the unit tests, running the end-to-end tests, and then doing the commit. So I think that was really, really good. I'm very, very happy with that. So yeah, that's that. Happy coding, everybody. Bye.